Subsidy is gone. Welcome to hunger and poverty. The process of ending government financial assistance for fuel means subsidy removal. For the past 15 years, successive administrations in Nigeria spent trillions of naira to pay independent marketers who import refined fuel into the country. The subsidy regime was made attractive because no serious effort was made to revamp the refineries in Nigeria. The thinking has been that a cabal is profiting from the subsidy regime, and this is the reason why our refineries are being sabotaged. Before the 2023 presidential election, all candidates campaigned on the basis of removing subsidy on petroleum products, but with four different implementation strategies. In his inaugural speech, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu said this much on subsidy. We commend the decision of the outgoing administration in phasing out the petrol subsidy regime, which has increasingly favored the rich more than the poor. Subsidy can no longer justify its ever-increasing cost in the wake of drying resources. We shall instead rechannel the funds into better investment in public infrastructure, education, healthcare, and jobs that will materially improve the lives of millions. This is the statement that heralded the hardship and sufferings of Nigerians. The three components of this statement require some analysis. First is the removal of subsidy from petroleum products. Second is government intention to rechannel the excess funds accruing to the government to provide better infrastructure. Third is the job creation component, which is core campaign issue in the 2023 presidential election. One of the positive implications and ramifications of subsidy removal is that it will free up financial resources for other sectors of the economy, incentivize domestic refineries to produce more petroleum products, and reduce Nigeria's dependence on imported fuel. These will also increase employment, channel funds for the development of critical public sectors with the attendant multiplier. Within a short time, the subsidy story has increased transportation. Initially, the federal government rolled out palliative measures without creating an XPV to drive it. Soon, the palliative regime collapsed. The increase in transportation costs has also triggered serious economic backlash, such as inflation, which has impacted negatively on the standard of living of ordinary Nigerians. With the prevailing hunger and hardship, the subsidy removal policy has been described as a deliberate attempt to inflict pain on Nigerians. The negative implication are that full subsidy removal may decrease economic growth in the short term, increase inflation, increase poverty, increase fuel smuggling, increase crime, increase the prices of petroleum products, and loss of jobs in the informal sector. Presently, there is nothing to show that the trillions of naira accruing from subsidy removal can be plowed back to rejuvenate the economy. Before the Buhari administration handed over, there was a deadline for the commitment of production of the Port Harcourt refineries. 3 months after the deadline, nothing has happened. The general thinking was that Dangote refinery will sell refined petroleum products in Nigeria. This also has not happened. Premium Motor Spirit, which was used to sell for 200 per litre, now sells for 800 per litre. The result is that the increase in price of essential commodities has led to high cost of living. The devaluation of the domestic currency has decreased the purchasing power of the naira. For an import-dependent country like Nigeria, it is like hell. Meanwhile, promises of increase in the premium wage of workers has not been implemented. The Tinubu administration has inaugurated an era of foreign exchange failure, spiraling inflation, cost of living crisis, poverty, hunger, and frustration in the land. The situation is so horrible that ever that every swearing nation like Ukraine sends grains to Nigeria. Even warring nation like Ukraine sends grains to Nigeria to mitigate the pervasive hunger in a country that is best endowed with agricultural potentials. This has a negative impact as the poor net consumers and not net producers of the petroleum product. Households are affected by the effect of their income and consumption. The purchasing power of the naira has diminished, businesses are affected negatively, and more jobs are lost giving rise to the increasing unemployment. The federal government should declare a state of emergency and take interim measures to tackle the cost of living crisis. Opening the borders for the free flow of goods and services is another quick impact measure that will reduce hunger. It is not enough for government to distribute grains, which will not get to the users, the ordinary Nigerians who are now victims of acute hunger and poverty. 10% of FAAC allocation to state government should be set aside for agriculture. Each state should be made to specialize in the cultivation of one food crop. The day President Tinubu declared that subsidy was gone was the same day he declared war on the common man. With the prevailing hunger, most Nigerian youths were being pushed into unedifying endeavors. The ministers and the ideas and the aides surrounding our work should inform Mr. President that serving the interests of the people and maximizing the happiness of the greatest number of Nigerians does not include frequent travels. It requires settling down to find answers to the cost of living crisis initiated by the removal of subsidy and the implementation of the IMF prescriptions. Indeed, subsidy is gone. Nigerians are now in the regime of hunger, subsidy, hunger, poverty, and economic disaster. Nigerians deserve to live. Well, this person don't come outside, come hit the nail for head. Do you understand? He hit the nail for head. Though the person left us without a name, but the thing with this person talk makes so much sense. Guru Jonathan said it before he left office. Nigerians don't value what they have until they miss it. Buhari came in as a change of wickedness. After another came again, Emilio come. Tinubu, somebody said Tinubu is a demon. Both of them are heartless Muslims. To eliminate the masses. Mark my words. Remember you. Okay, mark my words. Remember you today. Good luck, Jonathan. So many wonders before Tinubu will beg Nigerians for treating them evil. The gods are angry with him. He stole a mandate that belongs to another person. The spirit are angry with Tinubu. Okay, this government will fail woefully until they humble themselves and reverse their policies. That is like the story of Animal Farm. I tell you, they kept telling you what they're doing is good by deception, and in reality, they are actually eliminating you. How can you tell me that it is better to remove paying part of the money for your goods than paying it? It is common sense. Not subsidy, but we the masses. What do we expect when the food meant for the nation is being diverted to a neighboring country? Secondly, Dangote, Bua, Lafarge are the top free investors from the north. They benefit from subsidy, but when subsidy is removed, they change the lyrics. The price of food and cement skyrocket. Nigeria allow more investors. I guess it would curb the hunger in the country. Alright, on this note, we have come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest of your day.